Well, good afternoon, YouTube world. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to In the Kitchen with Tally Faye. It's a beautiful day here in Iola, Texas. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. I know I am. So, I'm getting in here working on some stuff. I wanted y'all to come in the kitchen with me today and work on some things. We're going to do some cooking. So, one of the first little things I got going on here, y'all, is I am fixing to make this lime fudge. I love this lime fudge recipe. And I found this a couple years ago, and I have made it I don't know how many times because it is one of my favorites. Now, it's candy, y'all, so I don't need somebody, saying, woo, my goodness, how much sugar and all that and everything. It's candy. It's fudge, right? But it sure is good. If you got a sweet tooth and you think you like white chocolate and lime, get you a pencil, okay? Because it's very easy. You can do it. You can do this. Don't be scared. You can make this fudge, okay? I got everything lined up here, y'all. I'm ready to rock. Got your pencils? The first thing you need is a good, heavy saucepan. You need a heavy saucepan. And everybody knows this is my favorite pudding pot. I got Tally Faye's pudding pot going here. All right, now the first thing I'm going to put in here, y'all, is I measured it up. And I've got 5 ounces of evaporated milk now. Evaporated, okay? Got my HEB brand. I love it. Evaporated milk. 5 ounces of it. You pour that in your pot, okay? Just like that. 5 ounces of that. And then the sugar. We need 1 2/3 cups of granulated sugar going in, okay? That's going to make our candy, y'all. And then we need us a little bit of salt. We need a half a teaspoon of salt. Uh-oh, I thought I had mine. There they are. Let me get this a half a teaspoon of salt. Oh, that's a quarter. There we go. All right, half a teaspoon. All right. There we go. Half a teaspoon of salt. Now, we got to take this, y'all. I'm going to turn my fire on under it. We got to take this, and we're going to mix it up in here. Like I say, it's important for you to have a good saucepan for this. Because we got to mix this up. Our milk, our sugar, and our salt. And we're going to stir this around, y'all. You just got to stay with it. You want to bring it up to a boil, and then turn your heat down real low and just let it sit there and bubble. Turn your heat down real low. I'm going to bring it up to a boil, but I'm going to stand here and stir it. And when it comes up to that, I'll come back and show you where we're at on that and exactly how to work on that part. But just bring it to a boil and then turn your heat down and get ready to stand here for 5 minutes letting it bubble. That's all it's about. Okay, now you can see that around the edges where it's starting to bubble. Now it's starting to get some bubbles going on in there. And I've been standing here stirring it, y'all. Just stirring it. Now, I'm fixing to turn my fire down. I'll see what a low on this burner does. And I'm fixing to turn my timer on for 5 minutes. Okay? Start. There we go. We're gonna let it sit here. And like I say, you want to do that and stand here and just keep stirring it. Okay? Stir around the edges with your spoon. Somebody sent me that little tool to do this with, and I got it in the camper. I forgot to bring it in. I used it when we went on our last camping trip. See, that's still too high for me, so I'm going to turn it down on a real low. I want it real low. Real low. Okay? Get it low as you can get it where it'll be bubbling. But, don't be scared. You can do it. But this is what it has to do to make it create that candy consistency to set up. Right? So you have to let it cook like this. Alright. 5 minutes, y'all. Okay? Okay, there's my 5 minutes. Now, what I'm fixing to do. Okay. I'm fixing to, for 1 minute, I'm going to turn my timer on for the last minute and start. Okay? I'm going to turn my fire now back up where it's going to be bubbling bigger. I want it bubbling bigger now for 1 minute. Okay? Let's crank it on up. Get some bubbles going in it. Some bigger bubbles. We want it to really cook, okay? But you gotta watch it. See how it's starting to really bubble now? There we go. That's what we're wanting there. Let's let it bubble good. 1 minute on this part. Just stay on it stirring. I don't have my fire on high, y'all. It's on like medium. I don't mean turn your fire up and just, you know. But you want to turn up where it's bubbling like this, okay? You got movement and a little bit of foam and everything in there. So you know it's cooking, right? Okay? There we go. There's our minute. Okay. Now, I'm turning my fire off. I'm fixing to dump me in here 2 cups of white chocolate chips. Okay? 2 cups. I've got me 12 large marshmallows cut up. I'm fixing to put them in there. There's my marshmallows. I have here 2 tablespoons of lime juice that I squeezed out. I'm going to pour my lime juice in there. And I have me 1/4 cup of lime zest. And I did that with this bad boy that I got sent from a precious subscriber on here. This thing, woo-wee. This is another one of them things, Tally Faye living in high cotton. I'm telling you, okay? What do I do with my... All right, now, that's all we got to put in there. But now we have to take it and we're going to stir it. There's no fire, okay? No fire under it. We turned our fire off, and we're going to stir this until our marshmallows and our chips are melted. In the meantime, y'all, I have an 8x8 dish lined in foil and coated in butter. Okay? I got me an 8x8 dish. Don't get you one any bigger than that. If you start getting them bigger than that, it makes it too thin of bars of candy pieces when you know, take it up. So you just stand here and we're going to stir this until this is all melted. Okay, now I got my bowl ready. See what I'm talking about? I got butter in it and it's lined with foil, my little pan. It'll set up on you quick, so you have to get it out of there. Once it starts cooling, it'll start setting up, so you have to kind of scrape it out of here. See? Just scrape it out of there like that. My bowl is probably a little smaller than an 8x8, but I have something in my 8x8 already, and it's the only one I had. The rest of them are 10-inch dishes, and those are way too big for this recipe. Now you can double this if you want to. If you've never making it before, I would do this size recipe just to see if you like it. Ooh, I don't know if I can. Ooh, I can't do that. Okay, let me do this. Make sure you got it over in the corners. Okay, do it like that. And there we go. We're going to leave this alone and let it set up. And y'all, this is one of my favoriteest homemade candies. I know y'all can't see it right now. Maybe when I cut the little bars, I'll show them to you up close. All the pieces of lime zest in there. And on the limes, that was the equivalent of I had 2 limes. Yeah. These were smaller limes. See how I'm holding them in my hand? So that gives you an idea. But they were nice little old limes. H-E-B had a good price on them, and I got me some. So, because I like to use them. I'm fixing to make a sauce that I use with them, and I'm going to show y'all that. But anyway, to get your 1/4 cup of zest, I zested 2 limes with that bad boy zester over there, and then those 2 limes gave me exactly 2 tablespoons of juice. So that gives you an idea of how many limes you need. So have you 2 or 3 limes just for backup, that third one. You know, because sometimes you know how they are, they're juicy, and sometimes they're not, right? But anyhow, we gonna let this set up. Just leave it alone now. And it takes a while. You just leave it alone. You got to be patient. But then we'll come back and cut it in our little candy chunks, and we'll have us some zesty lime white chocolate fudge. that's what it is, y'all. It's delicious. It's delicious. All right, I'll see y'all after a while when it all comes together. One other thing. Miss Marlene, looky here. Looky there. I love you. Okay, so I let it set up, y'all. Just like that, right? Look at it in there. Okay? I'm just going to lift it up out of here with this foil. I want to take that off of there. See if I can do that without hurting the edges of it. I'm so rough, y'all, you know. I think I can, look at there, I can do that right there. Okay. Now, let me get that out of my way. I'm just going to take it. I wonder if I don't know, I might break it doing this, but I'm going to try it first. Cut it in half. Okay. Hey, that's working so far. Alright, I want to do it. Can I get... We're going to try it. I'm going to try to do... right there. Yeah. It is making it crack. I'm just going to roll on with it. Okay. Now let me turn it this way. We'll just cut off of here what we can, right? It's candy pieces. Be delish. Okay. Let me see here. This side, since I broke that side, I'll get one of these. And it's still warm, y'all, so I'm kind of... But there it is. I wanted y'all to be able to see the... And you just can't see them in this old light. But I'm going to taste of it. Mmm. I love that, y'all. It's that white chocolate, and then the lime just kind of comes later. It's just very light in it. Mmm. But it just makes a white chocolate fudge, see? Cut it in little squares, and I'm going to take it. I got 2 cookies left on my little glass plate here, my cake plate. So I'm just going to take them and... Boy, that one's too big there. I'll tell you what, you can't eat big squares of this, y'all. It is very, very rich. Very, very rich. You'll be surprised that that eating little small pieces of it is absolutely all you will need. Oh well, I'll put that in there like that. And this one, that one's too long. And seeing it's still warm. It's still warm, so it'll tighten up even more, right? When it actually completely cools down. But I like to try to cut it while it's warm because it's easier for me to cut it. I just never thought about trying to use my thingamajiggy there. I'm gonna have to move the cookies. They're going to have to go to a little plastic container or whatever. Wrap them up in a napkin or something. I'm telling you, some of these pieces on here are too big. 1-inch squares is just too much of it for me, really. And y'all know I got a sweet tooth. Okay. I'm going to put it in there like that. And I'm going to eat on these little crumbs. And that'll be some nice candy for us to grab. Look, I'll just stand a cookie up in there. I'll just stand them up in there on it. How's that? Now, ta-da! We have our Zesty lime white chocolate fudge, y'all. Easy peasy. That wasn't hard, right? Right? You can do this. It's good. It's fun to have out. And people, they'll walk by and be like, what is that? And you tell them, you know, and they're like, ooh, you know, because it's kind of different, right? And you know who? Y'all can do this. Get in there and make you a little old thing of it and take it up in something and set it on your bar. And there's the love right there, y'all. Love with some candy. The mamas and daddies won't want you to be letting the kids have it, you know. Oh, they'll never go to bed. Oh, they're going to be running around. That's what we did. Mom and dad would be like, here, take this and go outside. Now, run. I love y'all. Y'all take care of each other and lift each other up in your prayers and stay blessed. And I'll see you next time in the kitchen with Tally Faye.